What it do, gang? Welcome back to the channel. So listen, bro, somebody told me that you're into Halloween cosplays and all that. You're into spells, and you know you're all about that raw XD. If you know what raw XD means, then you know why that was funny. If you don't know, just Google it, bro. Google what raw XD means in emo terms. Either or, with that being said, I have 3 saucy replays for you guys today with this deck, witches or witchcrafters, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to give you my honest opinion on the deck towards the end of the video, where I have the deck list. I'll go over everything I need to go over. With that being said, thank you guys so much for everybody that has been subscribing, liking, commenting. You guys are the GOAT, bro. With that being said, look, I made a little list. Again, these are all the people that have subscribed to the channel in the past like 2 weeks. There's more of you than that. It's just those are the only people that I can see. If I can't see you, I'm sorry. I still appreciate you and everybody that has been commenting, sharing, and subscribing. With that being said, enough talking. Let's go into the replays. All right, gang. So for the first replay, I believe we went up against like a Runic deck, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what type of sauciness we could get into right now. I believe we're also going first. Yup. So let's get it, bro. So we're gonna start off by activating the Magician's Soul, sending the Illusion of Chaos to the graveyard. We're gonna activate this thing's effect, sending a spell to the graveyard so we could draw into another card. We're gonna activate the Spellbook of Knowledge. That way we get rid of the Magician to draw 2 cards, right? We're gonna activate Witchcrafters, Confusion, Confession. Yeah, I was confused too when Konami made this thing a UR, but alright, let's get it, right? We're gonna use that thing's effect, use both of these monsters to fusion summon into Witchcrafter Vice Madame. Then we're gonna activate Witchcrafter Holiday. It's a holiday now, celebrate, bro. We're gonna activate the Witchcrafter Vice Madame, which is gonna let us special summon another Witchcrafter from the deck to the field. We're gonna use the effect of Witchcrafter Jenny. That way we could send another spell to the graveyard so we could special summon a Witchcrafter from the deck. That's gonna also trigger the other effect of our Madame to add a spell from the graveyard to the hand. So we bring the holiday back to the hand now. With this effect, we're going to bring out the Witchcrafter Heine. We're going to activate the effect of the Smita. And that's going to let us special summon the Witchcrafter Madame Verie, right? Now, the effect of our spells is that when you don't use their first effect and they're in the graveyard, they're going to come back at the end of the turn. So we get 2 spells to the hand. And that's all she wrote. So here, our opponent activates Upstart Goblin. And that's gonna trigger our Vice Madame. It doesn't really trigger it. I activate it, but you know. Then they're gonna activate the Runic Tip. That way they can add a Runic card. They act the Runic Freezing Curse onto the hand, banishing one of our cards, which is fine. Again, we get to bring one of our spells from the graveyard with the effect of the Madame, right? So we got a little Thousand Life from our opponent. Activate the Runic Golden Droplet. That way they can special summon one of their Runic monsters. We're gonna trigger the Madame again to special summon one of our Witchcrafter monsters. They special summon the Hugin Runic Wings, of course. They're gonna activate that thing's effect. Nah, get that out of here. Activate Witchcrafter Madame. You're not searching for anything. So then here they activate the Runic Freezing Curse, and I started laughing because he can't target any other one of our witches because this thing is on the field, so they could only target that thing, right? So again, they negate its effect, banishing 3 of our cards, of course. This thing gets negated. Get that out of here. They're gonna normal summon Summoner Monk, and I'm like, I'm gonna pop that thing because I don't know what type of sauciness you're trying to get into with that. Get it out of here. That's your normal summon anyways, and they're just gonna scoop. I don't know where that came from, but that thing had to go. Cause nah, bro, nah. The main mistake is that they don't understand how this deck works, so they thought that they could like negate that effect, and then they could have just searched for their fountain, and I wasn't having it, bro. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. All right, gang. So this next replays, this one was against, if I'm not mistaken, this one was against Sorso. And the other one is against a 60 card deck, but this one was a duel, bro. This was a good back and forth, right? Again, we are going first. We're gonna start off by activating the Reasoning. Reasoning, low key, is like a normal summon, because when they call the number and you hit one of your monsters, you just get to bring it onto the field, right? So there you go. We bring the Magician's Souls onto the field, and we're gonna normal summon the Witchcrafter Jenny. We're gonna activate her effect, sending a spell to the graveyard so we can special summon a Witchcrafter from the deck. We get our Verie onto the field. We're gonna activate the Magician's Soul, sending a card, well, one of our spells to the graveyard so we could draw into another one. Then we're gonna activate the effect of the Jenny. The effect of the Jenny is that in the graveyard, she activates her effect, based on the spell. Like, you just copy one of the effects of your spell. So we special summon another Witchcrafter from our hand. We're gonna use both of these monsters to link up into Predaplant, Vertate, Anaconda. Bring that thing out here. We're gonna activate its effect, pay our taxes, sending a Magnificalized Fusion. We're gonna use both of these monsters from our graveyard to fusion summon into Witchcrafter Vice Madame. I activated this effect just for the fun of it. I be goofy sometimes, bro. So we activate Witchcrafter Creation. That's gonna trigger our Witchcrafter Vice Madame. Again, we're gonna add one of our spells from the graveyard back to the hand. And then we're gonna search our Witchcrafter Golem Aruru. Again, the crazy thing is that at the end of the turn, even when your spells activate in the graveyard, that's still gonna trigger your Madame. So because one of our spells is triggered in the graveyard, I'm gonna activate her other effect to pop the Vertate, because I don't want anybody popping me in the face. That thing only has 500 attack, right? So here they activate the Tenyi Spirit Shatana. Then they're gonna normal summon the Sorcerer of Taya, activating the Pot of Desire. Then I'm gonna activate the Witchcrafter Madame to special summon one of our Witchcrafters from the deck onto the field. We get our Shemitah. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong, but we're gonna activate her effect, sending a spell to the graveyard. That way we could special summon a Witchcrafter from the deck. We're gonna get Max Seed, of course. Everybody has this freaking card, but whatever. So we get our Witchcrafter Heine onto the field. They're gonna use this monster to link off into the Monk of Tenyi, of course. And here I'm a goofball, so I decided to pop that thing because I forgot the effect of Shatana, but who cares, right? So again, we're gonna activate the Madame once again to bring a spell back onto the hand. So we pop that thing and they activate the Tenyi Spirit Shatana. That's gonna activate the effect to special summon the thing back onto the field and pop a card. They're gonna set 2 back row, activate the Tenyi Spirit. That way they could banish it and get the Shatana back onto the hand. Then they're gonna use both of these monsters to link summon into the Shaman of the Tenyi, of course. Get it out here. They're gonna activate that thing's effect, and not on my watch, bro. I know what you're trying to do. You're not getting no board on the field. Negate that thing. Get it out of here. So that thing gets tapped to go into the battle phase. They can't like attack over anything that I have on the field, so they end their turn, right? So here we get our Witchcrafter Patronus, which is our trap. I activate the Witchcrafter Shemitah in the graveyard, which basically lets me send another Witchcrafter card to the graveyard. They're gonna activate Soul Strife. So again, we send the Jenny to the graveyard. They activate this thing's effect, banishing a monster. Then we're gonna activate the effect of the Jenny, and this is what I'm talking about, because we activate the effect of the Jenny. I copy this spell effect, which lets me attack twice, so I pick this card to attack twice, right? So now we pop that thing in the face. I get to slap him in the face one more time, and then we do 1000 damage. We set down our trap. Again, our spell comes back to the hand because we didn't use the first effect, and there we go. They activate the Shatana again one more time. I activate the Witchcrafter Patronus. That's gonna let me get one of our banished monsters back into the deck so we could get one of our spells to the hand. And then he decides to call by the grave our Vice Madame, expecting us to special summon into that thing or something. I'm like, okay, I guess that's smart. We got our Witchcrafter Bridge Street onto the hand. They activate the Source of Blackout, and again, they can't target this card right now because this thing is on the field. So they can only target this and our back row, so they pop both of our trap and this thing. But before they do that, I activate the effect of the Golem Aruru, which basically lets me send a card back from the field to the hand so I can special summon that thing, right? Then they're gonna activate the Social Strive. They're gonna banish a card from their deck onto the banish zone. We're gonna special summon this thing, send this thing back to the hand. Again, both of these cards get popped. The Social Blackout is gonna allow them to bring a token onto the field. They're gonna use the Shatana and this thing in order to synchro summon into Social Grandmaster Xin Yao. They activate that thing's effect, and I'm like, no, you're not. Negate that thing. Get it out of here. Nah, bro. Stop all of that. Stop all of that. Then they're gonna activate the Social Emergence. I wasn't worried about it because I understood that the only thing they could get was a Sorcerer Mo Yi. And the only thing that I was legitimately scared of was, what's that thing's name? The Protos. I think that's his name. Protos, whatever. So then they go into the battle phase, and I get to, this thing's effect is that when you go into the battle phase, I get to boost up her attack by 1,000 depending on how many spells I have. I only have one, so we go from 1,000 to 2,000. I just want to soften the blow, right? So they pop us in the face, we end the turn. Now we get a Witchcrafter Holiday onto the hand. We activate the Witchcrafter Patronus, which basically makes it that I could get all of the spells that I banished back into my hand, right? So we got 2 of the spells that I banished back into my hand. They activate this thing's effect, negating this thing's effect. I'm like, okay, congratulations, I guess. So we get both of these spells back to the hand. They activate the Soul Strive. Again, that way they could use this thing's effect to get a token onto the field. I activate the Witchcrafter Holiday because we're about to celebrate this W. We get the Witchcrafter Heine onto the field. Activate that thing's effect, getting rid of a spell so we could pop a card. Get the Witchcrafter Collaboration because now we're collaborating, bro. We're bros. So we pop this thing, and this card now gets to attack twice because of the effect of our spells. Good night, GG's. Pack up your Lunchables. Go home. Go home, bro. It's time. So, with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Right, gang, so here we are for the last and final third replay of the day. And this was up against a 60 card Dangerous Shadows. You know, it's a pile deck, bro. It's a pile deck. And again, we are going first, so we're going to start off by activating our Witchcrafter Jenny. Then we're going to activate the effect of the Spellbook of Knowledge so that way we could draw 2 cards. We're going to activate our Reasoning that we just drew into. You know, sending some spells to the graveyard. And again, this thing is actually cracking this deck because this thing, you could just special summon a level 8. You can just summon a level 8 for this thing. It's crazy, right? So we special summon that thing. We activate the Holiday, getting our Jenny onto the field. Jenny's going to activate her effect, sending another spell to the graveyard so we could special summon the Witchcrafter Heine. We're going to activate Magicalized Fusion using this, using our Veri and our Jenny so we could fusion summon into the Witchcrafter Vice Madame, right? We're going to set down a trap and end our turn. Again, our spell is going to activating the effect of our Madame, which we're going to use her effect to special summon another one of our Witchcrafters. Again, this comes back to the hand, and that's all she wrote. So here our opponent started off by activating Forbidden Dropper, and I'm like, of course. So I activate Witchcrafter Protectors, whatever, bro. So that way we get a Witchcrafter Madame Veri back into the deck, right? And we get to bring a spell onto the hand. So both of these cards get dropped, and I'm like, okay, bet. They activate the Danger Nessie, and then we're gonna activate the effect of the Shemitah, sending another spell to the graveyard so we could special summon a Witchcrafter, right? I just activated this thing to be a goofball. I know we're negated, bro, but it doesn't hurt to try, right? So again, we just look at this. We just special summon the monster that we got back from the Banish Zone, right? So we got a Veri onto the field. They hit the Danger card. They hit the Triple Tactic Talent to special summon this thing. Then they're gonna normal summon the Witchcrafter Mademi. Wait, what? I'm bugging out, bro. Sorry. They're gonna normal summon the Shirai Solitary, and I play zombies, bro. I love zombies, so I know what the thing is gonna do. They're gonna get that tuner, I forgot his name, so I'm like, nah, activate the effect of Veri. We're gonna negate all of that, so both of those monsters are negated. So now they're gonna use both of them to link summon into the Phoenix. Phoenix is gonna pop our trap. That way they send the Nessie to the graveyard. Nessie's gonna activate its effect, getting a Danger Bigfoot to the hand. They're gonna activate that thing's effect, and again it's gonna target itself, send itself to the graveyard so they could pop a card on the field, right? So they destroy our Madame. Then they're gonna slap us in the face with the Phoenix, which leaves us with our Veri. So I'm like, okay, congratulations, bet. We get our Witchcrafter Creation onto the hand. I activate the Shemitah in the graveyard. That way we could send a Jenny to the graveyard so we could activate its effect. Copy the effect of the Holiday. So that way we get to special summon one of our Madames, well, one of our Witchcrafter from the graveyard. So again, we go with our Madame. We put this thing in attack position. We activate the effect of Witchcrafter Patronus, which again is going to bring the banished spell to the hand. I'm going to activate that thing's effect again to bring back the Witchcrafter Heine. That's going to activate the effect of the Madame. So I'm going to bring another spell from the graveyard back to the hand. So here again, we special summon our Heine. I'm going to activate this thing's effect so I can trigger this effect so I could special summon another level 1 Witchcrafter. Well, this isn't a level 1. I'm sorry, level 5. It doesn't matter the level, but we go with our Witchcrafter Adele because she has 2000 attack, right? Then we bring the Shmitha to the hand. Normal summon her. Activate the Witchcrafter collaboration. Again, we're collaborating because we're bros. I'm going to activate her effect to pop this thing. And now it's just free real estate. Slap him in the face. Everybody gets a hit except for her. Except for her. She doesn't get a hit because I wanted to be petty and do the double hit with this thing. And that's all she wrote. Congratulations, sir. I hope you enjoy your Lunchables. We'll see you next time. With that being said, let's go into the deck list, gang. Man. So here we are with the deck list. So listen, bro. First things first. I know what you're thinking. Hey, man. You didn't show us like a going second play or nothing. This deck doesn't go second. Like you just don't go second, bro. Going second is not a choice. It's not an option for you. Your opponent will legitimately have to set down 1 useless card for you to be able to do anything going second. That's just my honest opinion, bro. At least with the pure version, because this is the pure version. So with that being said, this deck is dookie, bro. This deck is pure like hopium. Like you're just hoping that you might play this for nostalgic reasons. Maybe you want to have some fun because when it works, you're having fun. It feels like you're trolling. Like I feel like I was just trolling when this thing worked. So with that being said, I'm gonna go over the deck list, but don't summon for this. Don't pull for this. Don't waste your money. Don't do none of that. Unless you're planning on mixing this with maybe branded. Maybe make it into the 60 card pile deck with the other cards. Maybe then, but if you're planning on playing this deck pure, you might have a hard time. I'm being honest with you. I don't want anybody wasting their gems. So with that being said, just in case you do want to try it, we have 3 Witchcrafter Jennies, 3 Magician Souls, 1 Witchcrafter Poteri, 1 Witchcrafter Shmita, whatever that thing is called, Witchcrafter Adele, Witchcrafter Haney, Witchcrafter Madame Veri, 1 Witchcrafter Golem Ruru, 1 Illusion of Chaos. Well, they get 1. 3 Illusions of Chaos, 3 Reasonings, 2 Spellbook of Knowledge, 1 Magicalized. Well, they get 1. Why do I keep saying that? I'm sorry, bro. 3 Magicalized Fusion, 3 Witchcrafters Creation, 3 Witchcrafters Holidays, 1 Witchcrafter Collaboration, 2 Witchcrafter Confession. Again, I'm still confused on towards why this has to be a UR, bro. But whatever. 1 Secret Village of Spellcasters, 1 Witchcrafter Bistreat, 1 Witchcrafter Draping, 2 Witchcrafters Unveiling, and 1 Witchcrafter Patronus. Alright, for our extra deck, we have 2 Witchcrafters Vice Madame, 1 Quentin Magician, which is really cool. This is honestly your main boss monster. If you manage to make it long enough that you can actually summon this thing, you might have a guaranteed win. That's the only reason I have it here, because you get to banish like 5 different spellcasters. This thing just breaks everything on the field and it's untargetable on everything. Like this thing is cracked. So you get 1 Link Karibo, 1 Salamander Great Almoraj, 1 Artemis the Magician's Moon Maiden, 1 Hita the Fire Charmer. We basically run a Fire Charmer, Earth Charmer, Light Charmer, and Dark Charmer. We have 1 Periplan Verte Anaconda, 1 Celine Queen of the Magicians, Master Magicians, 1 Appaloosa Boy of the Goddess, and 1 Access Code Talker. Again, that is the deck list. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, please don't. I mean, it could be cheap because if you buy the Magician's package, this is free. I guess all you really have to pull for is this thing and this thing. But honestly, bro, you're wasting gems. Unless you're planning on mixing it up with something else, you're wasting gems. So with that being said, again, I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.